and like everything was so dizzy. And then John got stuck in the ceiling, and so they had to try to get him out, and he had like red marks all over him from being pressed on the ceiling and stuff. And so it was just not a good time. I think there was someone in the locker right next to me that was talking to me, and we were in there for so long. I don't remember
why.
I don't remember why. It was really late.
Whenever you tell a story, it always sounds like you were a trauma victim. Every time. Like,
this guy with a tongue on his head was like coming after me and chasing me down the street. I was in a locker and I just sit there for hours until I can't even tell which way is up anymore.
God damn.
Man, Ashley had a rough childhood.
Then you have that.
This was not that long ago.
Then you have that stalker child who still kind of stalks you all the time.
Yeah.
And I heard from unknown sources that I guess he wrote like a song for you. Yeah, he wrote like a song for you. And then I dedicated like 30 minutes to try to see if I could find it and find out where it is and probably take it down. It was to the
tune of "I Want Candy" or something. He was like, "I want candy." Dun, dun, dun,
so
dun,
he probably switched it to "I Want Ashley."
I love Ashley.
Oh my god.
He said he put on a secret YouTube channel or something.
Secretly.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Is it called "I Love Ashley"?
It probably is.
I'll try and find it.
He probably deleted it because people gave him so much shit for it. So.
God, it does have dumb stuff.
All I want is to see this, and I also want to like put it in the middle of this video. So
I'll try to find it and then I'll just put a link to it below.
No, dude, I think he deleted it. I'm pretty almost positive. But yeah, so
it's fun going up there.
I've been up there once and I got too scared because it was creepy up there.
I went up there like 5 different times, twice by myself because the lights were off and I had to mess with it during the summer. So I called Mr. Blair and I said, dude, one of these lights is messed up. I need you to come down here and give me the keys. And he's like, all right. He comes down, opens the door. He's like, don't shut it. It'll lock. I'm like, okay. And then...
Did it shut?
Yeah. Shut.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't leave, and I was like, hey, the door just shut. He's like, oh my god. And then he comes back and opens the door, and this time just gives me the keys and just says, hey, put it here and here, and then I'll just pick them up later. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was able to, it was like that light up there. It was like way, for some reason, it was way over here. It wasn't even on the stage. It wasn't pointed at the stage. It was like way over yonder. And I was like, oh, that's...
They had it set to that for something. I don't remember what.
But this was like, I think this summer actually, or last summer, one of these summers ago.
One summer ago.
For people who have no idea what's going on in our school, I was basically the light person.
Once you leave, nobody's going to know what's happening.
Yeah, that's why me and Mr. Blair are supposed to find somebody, like preferably a freshman, so that they can learn everything and keep it for a few years like I did, and just keep going and do all that junk.
So I'm doing crew this year.
Yay.
I think.
For the play?
Yeah.
Fun.
I can't act, so...
I'll probably do sound again, and then somebody will, like, crack their face open, and I'll have to stand in for them, like, last year. Casey, what a disappointment.
You were the dead guy?
Yeah, I stood in for him.
Yeah. I remember...
You laid for him.
Dylan
I laid in for him.
You did it.
But, legit, apparently there were people who, like, didn't know that I was a different person. I don't know how, because Casey and I don't look remotely alike at all.
Her hair is just completely different.
Yeah, everything's completely different. The only reason that they knew that I wasn't him was because I was wearing white socks, and he was wearing black socks before. And, like, people were, like, upset about that I was wearing white socks. It's like somebody was just bleeding all over the stage, and you're going to yell at me because I'm not wearing the same colored socks.
Right over there.
I wasn't even wearing, like, the same tux or anything. I had to, like, run.
Well, everyone knew there was something wrong because someone didn't turn off John's mic when
hey, don't.
Was it you?
I was running sound because I was trying to skip through to the scene that we were on, and like in the scene that we were on, John was supposed to be on the stage, but he never came out. So, like when I switched to that,
walking off the stage.
No, he walked off the stage.
Yeah.
They skipped ahead like 3 scenes.
Why?
Because, like, the next scene was supposed to have Casey in it, but he was bleeding everywhere.
That's why.
So the scene that they were on, John was supposed to walk in, so his mic was turned on from that. And then John's just like, oh, there's blood everywhere, so I was like, shit, and muted it.
Yeah, I remember, because he was like, did you guys see the blood on the stage? There was blood all over the stage. Was that
Yeah.
real? And we're like, oh my, the crowd was like, what the?
Yeah, legit.
I heard about it. I wish I was there.
You have
so
to
I could see
understand,
that
it was an
train wreck.
absolute nightmare for me because I didn't know where we were and people were saying things and talking. I was just trying to make it work.
So
Okay.
what's the next player musical before school ends?
Werewolves.
It has monsters and
dude.
werewolves.
Dude.
Okay, I have to tell you guys something. So,
Okay. This is gonna be
when
great.
when the musical, I mean the play was like starting, I was with my cousin, and so I was on Tumblr or Vine or something. Okay, and so this video, I'll find it. It came, and it was like really loud, but the people were talking, so I was just listening to it at the regular volume, and so the lights went like they started like flashing, meaning it was gonna start, and so I found it. I tried to turn off this video, and it won't stop. Please load. And so I'm like, okay. And the particular video that I'm going to show you guys is like, it's so messed up. And after the lights went off, it wouldn't stop. And so I thought if I click this button and X out of it,
No,
it
never put the phone to sleep. It'll keep playing.
it wouldn't stop. And so it didn't stop. And so it was completely silent in there, except what you're going to hear. And it was probably the most embarrassing
better
thing of
be
my
good.
life. No, it's funny.
It wasn't. It probably is better than when my phone just started ringing in the middle of like. I don't-
What?
Okay, ready?
You baby secret, she whispers just to you. Hey, how you doing, love mama?
and it just kept
It
going over.
played on loop, and I couldn't.
Let me whisper in your ear.
I couldn't get it to stop, and it was so embarrassing.
That's great.
It was the most embarrassing moment of my life, probably. Maybe.
If that's the most embarrassing moment of your life, then live the short life.
Okay, what's the most embarrassing moment of your life?
I already told you about my wardrobe malfunction.
The pants thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most embarrassing thing.
Roughly, yeah.
I don't even know. My
Besides
life
me
is just
shitting
so
myself on
full
a
of
bus.
embarrassment. Everything in my life is sad.
It was so terrible.
Okay, probably the most embarrassing ever. Like, not a lot of people even knew about it, but the most embarrassing ever was like in middle school-ish. Not even in middle school. I think I was like just starting. Hey, I think that I was like just about to like go into 6th grade or something. But I had gone swimming the day before or something, so I was just like super tired, like completely out of it. And I went to sleep that night, and I woke up in the middle of the night, but in like the house that I was living in at the time, like my room was like pitch black, and I couldn't find my way out of my bedroom to go to the bathroom, and I had to go so bad. So essentially, I like started like beating on the walls. It's like I need somebody to open the door to let some light in, so I can figure out how to get out of here. And I ended up like, I was like, I'm gonna end up like pissing myself. It's gonna suck. And then I turned around and I finally saw my alarm clock, and I was like, then it finally clicked in my brain. I was just that tired. Then it finally clicked in my brain that it's like my alarm clock is right by the door. So I tried to go there, but I ended up like pissing myself because I couldn't get to the door in time.
Aw.
That's so sad. Okay,
Aw.
one time when I was like, I don't know, I was living in Georgia at the time. And so in Georgia, they have these ants called fire ants.
Ah,
And they are bright red, and they are...
We have those here, don't we? They're just rare.
very rare.
They are straight from hell.
Oh.
Okay, and
They're
so
awesome.
one time I was at the park, and I like sat down with my mom, and I sat on a fire ant hill thing.
Oh.
And so I had fire ants in my pants, and
And
they were
New game.
biting me, and basically I was like swollen from the waist down for
Ew.
a long time. And fire ants can swim, by the way. So one time my mom bought a little baby pool for me and my neighbors and my brother, and the fire ants got in there, and little did we know that the neighbors were allergic to fire ants.
Ooh.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
we had to take them to the hospital because it was terrible. Georgia sucked. It was either hot or humid or raining, and that's it. There's no cold. It's always above 90 degrees.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
We
It's
moved there
my
in
kinda-
August,
No.
the
No.
hottest month.
So we're on the topic of
Yeah.
bugs.
Okay.
I have a good story for
Do
that.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to fall asleep out. You guys know that I'm just like super tired almost all the time, and if I stay still for more than a while, I'll just out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I found you sleeping underneath the couch in like the lobby area to the band room. I just like was walking through and I was like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, you just come crawling out from under the couch and you're like rubbing your eyes like, Jesus, what time is it?
Yeah, I've done that many times, but I fall asleep outside sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just running around having my good old time. Like, one time I crashed my bike, but
How
I
old were
crashed
you?
it on, this was like when I was 14, 15.
Oh, okay.
I crashed my bike in like a grass area, and I was so tired, I fell asleep right there.
Are you sure you didn't pass out?
I just remember I crashed my bike. I don't remember how I got there. I don't even remember where I was, honestly. I just woke up, and this is why I brought the topic of bugs, because I guess I fell asleep next to like a spider nest. So I woke up, and little did I know, there were like it was so cool and so freaky at the same time. Like, have you ever seen a garden spider? Like those
Like-
big yellow ones?
Oh, yeah.
A fucking wolf spider and a garden spider were like having a turf war on my chest, and I was just laying down like this. I was just like, oh, God. And so I get up, I flick them off, and freaking out, and then I figured out I'm like outside of town.
Oh.
Like I was right next. There's a little bridge right outside of Badger
Yeah.
with a river, and I was right there. I don't know how I got there. I don't even remember if I was riding down there,
Huh.
but I guess I was there.
All right.
So I must have been, because sometimes I get so tired that I just don't even remember anything until when I get awake. So sometimes I've gone through this entire school day, I fall asleep, wake up, and then don't remember I'm here. I'm just like, ugh, what? Jesus.
You know, if I saw those spiders on my chest, my soul would have actually left my body. I would have died right there.
Instafram.
Instafram.
Yep, Instafram sent me a notification. Jesus, 18 minutes.
So, we have a thing here, sort of. It's not really much of a thing, but every year there is like a designated Satan to the school,
Okay.
Ooh,
and I think it started with Adam Gaines, and then it went to Erica Knudsen or whatever.
she's not Satan. She's like the puppy to like God. She's nothing.
Yeah, but she had the title of Satan because she was like a ginger or whatever.
I thought it was Landon.
That's racist.
No, this was like before, the
Oh.
before time. And then it went to Sam George after she left. And we went to a jazz band competition at Iowa Central where she goes to college. And she just like comes up behind me and I'm like, whoa, Jesus Christ. And she's like, Sam has failed at his duties as Satan. You are Satan now. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, so how do I tell Sam? Because like, you know how Sam like takes this stuff very, very seriously.
Always calling himself the devil. Yes,
Yeah,
I've heard.
I was just like, how do I explain this to him? And she's like, just kind of don't. Just like let him think that he's still Satan, but it's kind of your job now. But I mean, on the plus side, I get to determine the next Satan.
Who is it?
Well, of course, Sam Cardero is going to be Satan after I leave. But after that, we're either going to go to Landon, Katie Courier, or else we're going to skip that class completely and go to Judy.
Accurate. Fair.
Judy, we decided that Judy is the Dark Lord since she's Mexican.
That
Pun was
no.
totally
That
intended.
is racist.
Yeah, it is. But
Oh,
legit, at
God.
the jazz band competition, Pam's saxophone broke, and she just, like, right before, like, literally 2 seconds before we went on the stage, she ran over to Judy, and she's like, I need you to bless my saxophone with Mexican powers.
Oh, God.
And Judy
Sam
just
is
straight up, like,
Mexican.
didn't quite, yeah. But Judy's, like, full Mexican.
No, okay.
And Judy didn't even question it. She just, like, went up to it and, like, waved her hands around and said something in Spanish, and then her saxophone worked.
No way.
True story.
That's like one time Terrence, my instrument wasn't working right, so he's like, okay, I have something for you. And I'm like, okay. And by this time, I knew that Terrence was full of shit. And what he did is he took a lighter and just started.
Oh, for the cork?
I don't know what it was for.
Yeah.
And he just.
That actually works.
No, it didn't work. He didn't do.
Well,
anything.
he doesn't know how to do it, but
He was just lighting my instrument. Like I'm like, isn't that gonna like set it on fire? And he's like, no, it'll be fine. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, so I'm gonna give.
Yeah,
this
whenever
to Miss
Terrence does
Nielsen.
it, like you're supposed to have the cork. Like if your instrument's really.
It wasn't for a cork though. It was for one of the metal parts of my instrument.
No,
it was just
don't
bent.
do that.
It was just bent, and he started lighting it on fire, and I'm like, don't think that's what you do.
On a woodwind instrument, if like the cork is too small and like your instrument's really sharp all the time or something, or no.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's if it's really flat all the time or whatever.
Because if you
Then-
light it, it'll shrink.
No, if you light it,
Right.
it'll expand. For cork, that's what it does.
Interesting.
And so you're
Then-
supposed to just have it like above the flame, so just the heat's going there and it makes it expand.
Yeah.
But whenever Terrence did it, he put it like right in the flame and it just burnt the cork.
Mm.
It's like, Terrence, no.
Yeah, he did it for something that did not have to do with the cork, so I've never had a problem with the cork. It was just the thing was bent, and so he's like, let me just light it
You
on
need to
fire.
make like a book of like dark sorcery for band. It's like if there's a Mexican, have them do this and your instrument will be fine.
Oh, dude, I have some good things for a trumpet.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell us?
No.
No? Okay. That's okay.
No one cares, Ashley.
Alright. I guess not.
I'm full of secrets.
All
Not
the
really.
secrets.
Me too.
Actually, kinda.
No, I don't.
I was supposed to make someone a guide to an exorcism. I forgot about that. Anyways,
Oh, right.
I'm scared now.
why?
Why aren't I
Thinking about it.
Satan? Because, you know,
Because I have
I
strong
just
connections
laugh
to the
at
devil.
people whenever they get hurt or anything like that. I'm just
I
like,
laugh at my mom when she gets hurt, and she gets really mad. Me
And
and my
then
brother both
whenever
do.
I get hurt, it's weird because I feel like I have more energy than when I did before I got hurt. So I'm just
Oh.
like,
Oh, that's cool.
So I was told I was sadistic or a masochist. One of the two.
One of those things. I
I
don't
could
really know
agree
why
with it.
they decided to have me be Satan because
Ian, you're not Satan.
I'm not that bad, am I? I guess I do kind of like
I
cause
don't
people
even un-
misery sometimes, but
I
only
don't
when I really
understand
want
why
to.
Sam would even be chosen as Satan, though. Because
He's a ginger. That was his only qualification.
Satan doesn't cry.
What
Good
did you
joke.
just
I don't
say?
even. He said Satan doesn't cry. So
Bird
apparently,
unit.
Okay,
I don't know if I should talk about this,
Do it.
but
you're scared.
this podcast is
Do
kind of
it, are you
lagging, so I'm
scared?
going to talk about it anyways.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Apparently, last night.
Podcasts are great!
They were having play auditions in this very room.
Ooh.
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 And
Is this a murder mystery?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Just
Maybe
making sure.
I don't know. Last year's was kind of a murder mystery.
No,
under,
I was
like,
talking
dead
about
body.
the story you're about to tell.
No, maybe.
Okay.
But so Sam George
Okay.
being like a little fuck like he does sometimes.
Okay.
Let's be real. There's no getting around it. I mean, he has some good qualities, but it's Sam.
I can't think of
So-
it right now.
He went and he kicked his shoe off, and it went across the room. He was trying to hit Jeremiah in the face, and it hit Emily Schaefer right in the eye. And, okay, here's the funny part. They were practicing German accents at the time. So she starts screaming at him, and she's still in her German accent. And he's, like, trying to apologize and stuff. And then she, like, goes back to, like, her normal American accent. She's like, no, get out. Get away from me or whatever. And she was, like, genuinely angry. And if you know Emily Schaefer, you know that this, like, isn't normal for
Yeah.
her. But all of that went down. And then it was time for Sam to do like his part in like the audition, because we do auditions really weird here for some reason. And they're like, okay, Sam, say these lines, and he's like, no, it's fine, and just walks away and leaves because because Emily wouldn't like
Forgive him?
forgive him like right on the spot as she had a black eye. But after that he got angry. He's like, no, it's fine, and then just walked away when he was supposed to be doing his lines. He pulls crap like this all the time.
Is he gonna get a part? John told me there's a lot of people that auditioned.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like more than
I kind of hope that he doesn't get a part just because, yeah, that was kind of a dick move.
Yeah. What the heck?
Quite a
He
tad.
did
Well,
not.
on that note, we're ending the podcast. Yay.
Well, we have open campus. Oh,
I
you're not
don't.
in my college.
Okay.
Yeah, surprise.
Ashley and I will be starting our own podcast. Take a listen. on
I don't
SoundCloud.
know. Do you want my phone for the period?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
See ya.
See ya.
I don't know what Bay Firebutt said. What? Okay, cool. What? I touch it all the time. No, you need to hit the loud pedal. Make it loud.
They both left me here. I'm just chilling. Oh.
All right, part 2.
Malcolm, I have a question.
That was like the biggest thump when you just laid that on the ground. You can't see the sound wave now, but is
Oh.
don't do that.
Okay, sorry. What is your most embarrassing moment of your life?
I don't know.
No, you have to answer.
I puked in an amusement park once.
You puked in an amusement park.
Like on a roller coaster.
Ah, shit, that keeps breaking.
But
The stage is just literally falling apart.
it was funny because I was on this ride, and my sister doesn't get sick at amusement parks, so she went on it, a billion jillion times. I was like, okay, I'll go one more because I felt fine. And then the last 30 seconds, I ralphed. It was like one of those teacup rides, you sit in like a big bowl. So I puked all over my t-shirt and it just drooled. But then it like sat at the bottom of the thing. I still got, like half a minute left. I'm puking all over. And so I kind of picked my feet up so they wouldn't like sit in the vomit.
Oh my god.
And then when the guy came around, open up the door, floodgates open.
Oh my god.
Splashed out onto the ground. Yeah, it was gross.
That's way worse than mine.
That's terrible.
But I don't know if that's the most embarrassing. I feel like
That's pretty bad.
it was bad.
Okay, that
but
reminds me of something. Okay, so one time me and my cousin were in the woods and we were just, exploring, and she like finds this old can. Okay. So she like picks it up and she just accidentally like flings it backwards, and it's full of I don't know what it is. I think it's orange puke.
Oh.
Because it gets all over me. It's like I'm coated, it's in my hair, it's on my face, and it's on everything. Hey! And
Who was that?
it was that guy that comes every Wednesday for the instrument.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that
anyways.
plays the drums or something. Anyway. And so she is like, oh my god, it smells so bad. I'm like, oh my god, I know, it's all
It's
over
on
my
me.
face. And that was probably one of the worst moments of my life. It was, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, hey.
Hi, Meg. We're like recording a possible continuation to the podcast
Where's my-
since it got cut short.
Computer science.
Okay, bye.
Do you want me to close the door again? Ashley was scared, so we had to close the door last time.
It's just creepy.
I'm gonna turn off the lights again.
No.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh. Ian, don't.
I'm doing it.
There could be someone in here right now, like a killer. And it's like that one movie.
Gallows.
What?
Gallows.
What?
The Gallows.
What is that?
It's a movie.
Oh, this is way creepier. I love this.
The movie
we
was
literally have just like
terrible.
I'm gonna throw up.
it's literally just one light like shining on the three of us, and the rest of the room is pitch black.
Okay, you know that one movie, And Then There Were None?
Oh yeah.
A movie?
There's a movie.
Okay.
Well, I read the
Oh
book.
my.
Look, it's 3 lights for 3 people. It's almost as if this was planned.
Yeah. It's almost as if somebody has been in here setting this up
Just
for
for
months now,
Okay.
planning for this exact moment.
You know, if I turn my back, then Ian gets killed first. So.
What?
Well, they can't get me from behind, and I can see.
What if it is Ian?
I like put on the mask with the tongue on my forehead.
Oh, I would.
Gonna chase you down the street. Cool story.
Do you want to hear the story? The
Tell it
story
again.
at the time.
The short
Will you
version.
please turn on the lights for this? Because it's very traumatizing.
No,
for
no,
me.
no. It's better with the lights off.
Okay.
Tell the story.
So, okay, so when I was like probably 12 or 13. I don't remember how old I was, but we went to this amusement park. No, wait. It was
Ashley's looking around and everything.
It was a haunted house we went for Girl Scouts. Okay, and so we go to the haunted house, and there's this guy, and he's just like standing across the way, just like looking at me, and I'm like, okay. And so the weird part about it was he had a mask on, and it had a tongue on its forehead that would move. I don't know, I didn't like it at all, though. I hated it. And so this guy, he's just like staring, and so I'm like, okay. And so we go to get in the haunted house, and he starts chasing me everywhere. Okay, and so I think,
like, legitimately everywhere. And
I start like thinking it's a joke, but no. Eventually he starts getting really close to me, so I just take off running down the street in this, I think it was in Rockwell. I don't know this place, and so it's dark. I'm running down.
Shadiest place.
I'm running down the block, and he starts chasing me. Okay, and so I run down another block, and he's still following me, like running. And so I go, you know how in the horror movies when the girl, she's running and then she falls? And
in like the woods,
in the middle of the
Yes.
street.
they're always half naked for some reason.
Well, it's not.
Ashley was half
I was
naked.
not half naked, and so
It was Girl Scouts.
I fall in the middle of the street, and he's still after me. So I'm crying and screaming this entire time, and I run down back
You're like
to the
2 blocks away at this point, right?
yeah. And so I run back down to the haunted house, and people were like coming up to me, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, are you part of the haunted house?" I'm like, no, I'm not part of the haunted house. The guy is freaking chasing me. And so I was too scared to go in the haunted house because of this guy. And so I'm like trying to wait for them, but this guy is still following me around. So I go, stop looking over there. And so I go like,
What was that?
oh my god, don't do that.
That sound wave got really big right there. Anyways, tell your story. Sorry.
Okay, so I go in like the waiting room, and he goes in there, and he's just standing there in the doorway looking at me, and I'm like, why? And so I'm like, do you know me or something? No, he didn't know me. He was just following me, and so
His job.
His name's
No, he
Dylan
didn't-
Short.
Anyway, and so after I like escape, I'm hiding behind the haunted house so he wouldn't find me. And so after everyone comes out, I'm waiting for them, and I get in the car and I lock it. What is? Oh, do you hear that?
What?
That?
I think that's a clock.
There's a clock going, and there's a heater.
You're gonna get killed when you turn the lights back on.
There's a hole in the ceiling. Shout out to Humboldt High. That's not ghetto at all.
Oh, cool. I never noticed that.
I seriously watched a bird fly in through there one time.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my story.
Okay.
And so I get in the car, and he is by the windows. Like, he's like just looking in the windows, and I'm like trying to like avoid his gaze, but he just keeps like going to the other like. Oh my god! Turn the lights on right now.
Was he,
What?
did you ever find out, was he a creeper or just...
I don't know, cause
He's still after her to this day. He could be in this very room.
please stop doing that.
No, this is so much funner.
Go-
Malcolm, isn't this fun?
I'm enjoying it.
Go turn the lights on.
So, does Tongue Man have a name, or...
I don't know. Maybe I could try
Dylan
to find.
Short.
Maybe I could try to find. I'm gonna try to
Google
find.
Tongue Man.
No,
Do it.
no, I'm looking up
Tongue Man.
There. She probably has pictures on here. I'll show
Tanya. Tanya Lasagna.
you. Exactly. Oh, I have to turn my Wi-Fi off.
So what does John have this period? Is he
Government.
Government?
Yep.
I didn't know if he was taking composition for the 5th time in a row.
Comp. No, no. He's doing writing with Compass.
What's the story behind that?
He did it once and failed because he didn't want to do the work. So they made him take it again, so then he failed it again out of spite.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Why did they make him take it again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just reasons. Probably because it's like one of the easiest English classes.
It's the easiest thing ever. Okay, so here I'm at the very end.
This
Oh my
is
gosh,
the
I'm
end.
seeing my pictures of my mom drunk. I really hope I can find it for you guys, because then you'll know how freaking traumatized I was. Oh, Alyssa's young. I think I'm going to find him.
On a side note, while you're looking for those, we were in AP.
Oh, you guys want to see me as a kid?
Oh, sure. Man, you look angry.
Oh, there's my mom.
Is she drunk?
Probably.
Looks kind of like it. No.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to find them for you guys, because I know she put them on Facebook. Because she hated me.
But,
okay. Oh, I found it.
Oh.
That guy.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't this creepy?
Like, save that picture so we can, like, throw it in right there.
Okay, if you were a 13-year-old girl, look at this. Here's a picture of me crying.
Like, save all of these pictures. That's legit a picture of Ashley crying at the car. That's great.
No, that's not okay.
That is wonderful. Do they have one of you and the guy?
They probably did. I made him delete it or something. Let's see. Okay, so there's this one. You guys, it's creepy as heck. I'm just gonna do a screenshot.
That looks pretty good. He's wearing a champion hoodie.
Legit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that is why I'm so creeped out. You probably didn't think that he looked that weird until you saw it, because
Actually, I kind of was hoping for worse.
Yeah, I expected worse.
I was like a 12-year-old girl.
But for like a
Come
12-year-old
on,
girl,
it
that
was-
would be bad. But
12 or 13.
I don't know. Maybe I was younger.
your story's changing.
I was so traumatized. I had no idea how old.
Let's see what year it was from. How do I know?
Ooh. So since all the lights are out, I'm gonna show you how to make creepy noises on the piano.
2011. How old was I then? I'm 17 right now.
Years.
I was 12.
You are 16.
I think that I just dropped a piano from the top. Dropped a pencil from the top of the piano.
You did. I see it. Ian, how do you use the aux cord on the sound system?
Oh my god.
So we were gonna make these noises and read the lyrics to Fergalicious for Sensations. Here, bring the phone over here so they can hear it better.
I'm not going in the dark. You can
It's
come
not
get
even
it.
dark
You
over
can
here.
come get it if you want it. I'm staying right here.
If you wanna come and get it, nah.
That's not Fergalicious. Ian, knock it off.
Ian, I think you have a career ahead of you.
Yeah, it's so cool.
You could just be like that one guy on the set. Just
Oh crap, there was a microphone on this that I was probably not supposed to be messing with. Whoopsies.
Ian. So for sixth period, when I have open campus,
Yeah.
I want to come in here and listen to Floyd on the sound system.
Oh, absolutely.
2 questions.
You need to go into. Probably shouldn't like put this part of it online, but there's the sound room. You need to go in there, open the big door, flip the switch so all the lights turn on. Go to the back, log into the soundboard. I'll give you the password to that later, and then switch to the wired layer. Like there's like the things with all the layers for the different what it's showing. Switch to the wired layer, and then you can use the auxiliary channel.
Okay. Cool beat.
What does Mr. Blair have? Sixth period.
What was that noise?
That was a motorcycle driving by.
No.
Okay, it's a truck driving
I
by.
actually don't know what that is. Cool.
Probably a zombie.
It's a ghost.
Ooh. Too spoopy.
Zombies. Everybody forgot about mummies. I haven't heard about mummies in so
Dude,
long.
the mummy was the shit.
Not anymore. The zombie and the mummy.
Even
Like,
the wolf man.
The zombie overtook the mummy. I just haven't had.
Remember the whole vampire fad that we had going for a while?
Yeah.
Twilight.
Is really like Twilight made it all about vampires for the longest time,
Werewolves.
and then The Walking Dead came out, and it's been zombies ever since.
And everyone's making apocalypse movies and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I feel like the zombie is slowly dying, but I don't know if anything.
Zombies
is...
are already dead.
Yeah,
Stupid.
they're slowly dying, but
Like,
nothing has taken its place.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's nothing to.
It's a zombie, so
I
can
want-
it die?
I want it to be mummies.
Yeah,
I feel like mummies are the spiritual successors to zombies.
yeah, it makes sense.
They're wrapped
but-
up in toilet paper, so they're less creepy.
Yeah,
I'd be less scared of a mummy. If a mummy came up to me, I'd be less scared than a zombie.
that's because
zombies-
nobody's made a good mummy movie.
That's because zombies are gushing blood and everything, and the mummies are just wrapped up like
Mummies can be too.
they can be, but they're usually not. Like in Scooby Doo.
That's the thing. We just need to take it the step farther.
I feel like they wouldn't take it seriously. Because all mummies can do, they can walk
Speaking of not
slowly
taking
like this.
things seriously in apocalypse movies, Kylie and I went and saw The Fifth Wave.
Is it good?
Spoiler alert. No.
It's not good. It looked so good.
It had so much potential. The first half of the movie was so good. I absolutely love the first half. And then as soon as she gets rescued by the hot guy, the entire thing
It's
is
'cause
just
it's a
generic
hot
teen
guy.
movie. Like, no, legit, like the plot just like dives bombs.
Divergent.
Yeah, it turns into like Divergent and every other thing ever.
Darn. I was really hoping that would be good.
So
I
was
love
I.
the actress.
I mean, I really wanted it to be a good movie. But after that, like, the plot just becomes incredibly predictable and stuff. It's like they started off at a really good point, and then they saw the success of, like, The Hunger Games and Divergent and all that stuff, and then they just
Yeah.
went with that instead.
Damn.
Legit, like, the first half of the movie was incredible. I loved it.
Don't tell Dylan. Turn
Oh.
off. He'll get mad.
Oh, I already told him. He's like, now that I know about the entire movie, it's like, I didn't even give you any spoilers because, like, there's nothing that's a surprise at all in this movie.
Darn it.
Legit.
It was
It just-
Divergent and Maze
And
Runner.
the love story was so forced on it. Like, so forced.
That's how I felt about Divergent and Maze Runner.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Legit. So, you know how in every single, like, teen drama movie, there's a love triangle?
Oh yeah.
In every single one. So they get to the point towards like the climax of the movie, everything's crazy, and they're like, "Oh my god, we have to save like your younger brother because it's always a family member or something."
Okay.
And like she's with her old crush from before the end of the world, and he's like, "I can help you." And then her new crush shows up, and then she makes out with her new crush, and her old crush is just awkwardly standing there, and the camera even cuts over to him just awkwardly standing there.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, what? And like the music was swelling and everything.
It's like they don't need
Yeah, it doesn't
people to
need
make
to be
out
happening.
in a movie like that.
Not when they're trying to like save their little brother
brother.
before the entire place explodes. But it's like they're just like making out and the music's swelling and stuff. Kylie and I were laughing our asses off. Everybody else was like, "Oh my god, it's so dramatic." And Kylie and I were legit laughing out loud in the movie theater.
Where is it at? Is it in Fort Dodge?
In Fort Dodge, yeah. We were sitting there, and we like showed up late to the movie anyways, but we were just sitting there laughing hysterically.
They just don't need that in an action movie.
You don't.
There does not need to be romance in every
there's-
action movie.
There's a time for it. There's absolutely a time for
Okay.
it, not in the middle of when you're trying to save someone from a place that's
Is
about
that,
to
like,
explode.
Aliens? Is that what it's about? Aliens?
Yeah, aliens like show up and they're like, "Oh my god, they're like walking among us," and then she like bangs an
it's
alien.
that.
She bangs an alien?
Yeah.
That's
was that?
disgusting. What?
Did it work out like well
Did you
for
hear
her or?
Apparently. I mean, like she didn't even notice until afterwards when he finally admitted it. So.
Until he admitted he was an alien?
Yeah.
Is the
You can
crush an
totally see
alien?
it coming.
Is the crush an alien? The new one?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow. He
It sounds-
really had to go and do that.
it's like a spoiler at this point, but like halfway through the movie, like as soon as like you see him, it's like, oh yeah, that
Does he
can't-
look
that's
like
not.
an alien?
He doesn't look like an alien, but he looks
Darn.
like he's like too perfect.
Oh, great.
It's one of those things where it's like they're walking among us, and he's just like living out by himself, and he's totally fine. He's like, oh yeah, I have this house and everything, and it's like this
How
isn't
old is
normal. No, and he's like a bodybuilder who was going to college to become a mechanical engineer. He's like this genius, and he knows how to like, he's like a nurse aide or something also because he knows how to clean all these different types of wounds. And it's like, no, a normal person that you run into in the middle of the woods is not going to be able to help you with any of this.
Sir. That's bullshit.
Legit.
I can do all of those things.
Yeah, that's because you were a Girl Scout. You're not a bodybuilder, though.
You do not know that.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, we're seeing all the generic characters and all the cliche things happening in the teen drama movie. I was really, really wanting it to be a good movie,
Please
though.
turn the lights on.
Oh my god, fine, I'll turn the lights on finally.
I like it.
Yeah,
I do
it's
not.
like very tranquil.
No, I'm not feeling tranquil. God! Why would you do that?
You're really that hyped up about it. Chill, fam.
Yay, lights are back. Okay, that was weird. The lights were coming back
Then a
on.
machete pokes out of a curtain, slices Ian in half.
The battle axe.
See, this is...
Hey guys, the wireframe with the dress moved. No, I'm kidding.
What if it was actually like right there?
We should do that sometime. We should just like bring someone in here and just like have them be talking or whatever. It's like, no, we don't need any more of the lights on. We're saving electricity. And I'll just like slowly like move it like closer and closer.
That would scare me, even if I knew about it. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good talk.
when
Good
does this
talk.
period end?
I don't know. Not soon enough.
10:02.
We're at like 21 minutes.
45 seconds.
Oh my god. 47 seconds. Okay, we're running out of things to talk about. Malcolm, anything exciting to add, or should we just like end it here?
Behind on some stuff.
Like what?
Computer science. Gotta get that done tonight.
I didn't even know that was a class.
Yeah.
I didn't think that they had anything like that anymore.
And then wrestling ends in a week and a half.
That sounds exciting.
I think I'm gonna eat a pizza.
An entire pizza?
Yeah.
I would.
Maybe a donut or two. Other than that, no. Like
They're fine.
boring.
I have to work tonight
Me too.
at the Jimmy job.
I would rather work at Jimmy John's.
The
Would
Jimmy
you?
job.
Yeah, it's a Jimmy job.
I
More
love
like
Jimmy
Jimmy
job.
jail. Anyways.
That makes me happy.
What, just the alliteration or?
Yes.
Okay.
What a. There's like what, Taco Tico, and then is Jimmy Jobs like the one across from like Kohl's in like the same? Yes. That's
Like,
the one.
It's
there's
not
Kohl's,
connected to it,
But
though.
it's like
there's Kohl's, then like in front of Kohl's, there's Taco John's.
Oh, I'm thinking.
And then it's Poncheros, and then Jimmy John's is in the same building as Poncheros.
Okay. There is no shortage of places that you can get a taco.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I love Jimmy
You know what there is a shortage of? Like actual good like restaurants where you can sit down and like eat good food.
Applebee's.
Applebee's? No.
I love Applebee's.
It's freezer food.
Yeah? I still love it.
Okay, that is like one of the best in Fort Dodge now.
Oh,
like
Mel-
everything's like that. If I want like a fresh burger or else like a fresh steak, I can't get one anywhere in Fort
Where's
Dodge
that
anymore.
one place that
Even
has
Mineral
the
City sucks
Mineral
now.
City, yeah.
Like whenever I go to Mineral City, just like everything is just like half done and it's just really crappy. Legit. Like my mom was like, "Oh, you got a 4.0. We should like go out and celebrate." And I'm like, "You just want an excuse to go eat somewhere and like not cook." And she's like, "Yep." So they were like, "But you can pick the place." And I was like thinking, it's like, I want to go to Mineral City. They're like, we'll go to Mineral City. It's like, no, I want to go to old Mineral City, like before it burnt down.
Yeah.
And they rebuilt it.
I thought
But-
the owner of Mineral City had like 2 building breaking fires in like,
Yeah.
the last 20 years.
It's kind of weird. But we ended up going to Smokeworks. That's kind of a fast foodie place, but it is way better food than you can get in some of these other places. Best barbecue place ever, because it's the only barbecue place in this part of Iowa.
What's the difference between Cinco and Poncheros?
Cinco is like better.
Poncheros
It's
is
more
like
authentic, I think.
Poncheros is the Subway of the burrito world.
Okay.
Not the Mexican food world, just burritos.
Okay, and then Cinco is more Mexican food.
It's more authentic.
Yeah.
but it's not the Subway.
I heard El Valle is
No.
closing.
I don't know what that is.
El Valle, the restaurant in
new
the back
one?
of the Mexican store.
Oh,
Oh,
that place is pretty good.
I really love that place.
I heard it was good. I've never been there.
You should go before they close. Legit, it's like my favorite place.
My favorite restaurant is probably Chang's.
I might go Saturday night.
You absolutely should.
What's the restaurant called? Jackie and I went to it. It's the other Mexican food restaurant.
It's the
On
one where
Main?
Gomita's was.
Yeah.
It's like Del Sol or something.
Oh yeah, it's like the son of Mexico or something.
Yeah.
Jackie and I went there last Saturday.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
It's all right. I ordered fish tacos just because I like House, and House ate a fish taco in one episode.
They
so I'm
use
like, "I should try this."
corn tortillas.
I'm not
and
a big fan of corn tortillas.
No, I like flour.
I got
better.
flour tortillas on my fish tacos, but the fish was like straight up fish strips or fish
Like fish sticks?
Yeah, they were chopped up
Aw.
fish sticks.
Oh my god.
I was like,
That sucks.
huh. This
That
The
is
is
only
so not classic.
time we get like fish from anywhere other than like fish sticks for like the sake of having fish sticks
Mm.
is when, because my aunt Sonia works at the meat area or whatever at the
Mhm.
Hy-Vee in Fort Dodge, and she like gives us the in on like when they get a shipment of like actual good fish and like when it's fresh, and we're
Yeah.
like, get some for us, and she's like, I got you.
We get fish a lot because naturally, since my dad is from England, he has to like fish. So.
Have you ever been to the Mucky Duck in Ames?
Mm-mm.
It's like this British like pub.
Oh, is it the place that serves octopus?
I don't know. They have fish and chips, and they just like have beer everywhere.
Fish and chips
That's
is
not
so
the
good
best.
in England.
And
oh my gosh, it's the best.
like they have this car, and they have like the British flag for British flag,
British.
the British flag painted on it and stuff. But their food is really good.
I got fish and chips once in England. It was like on this like pier kind of. I have like a really high appreciation for food that is crispy,
Yeah.
and the fish is like the crispiest thing I've ever had, and it was so good. But the thing that bothers me is the chips there are like steak fries, and I hate steak
I
fries.
like steak fries.
I do not like steak fries. It's just too much potato for my liking. And
It depends on what you're having. For like fish and chips, I don't know about steak fries.
and they
Fries
don't
are
really
the way
have
to go.
ranch there. They have ketchup and
Mm.
all the other British condiments, but I don't know.
Ketchup and all the other British condiments. Don't you mean tomato sauce? No. In
Whatever.
Australia, that's what they call it.
Do you know what they put on French fries in Holland?
What?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
That's gross.
It's not too bad.
Fucking drown them in that.
I don't
shit.
like
in the
mayonnaise.
movie.
I don't like
Uh,
mayonnaise.
I like mayonnaise.
It was
How can you work at Jimmy John's and not like
that was
mayonnaise?
Pulp Fiction. That was like the opening scene. of Pulp
Yeah.
You know what I get at Jimmy John's every time I go? A Slim 4.
A Slim 4?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on.
With no cheese.
All the other sandwiches, and you get it just bread and turkey.
Yes, because I love the taste of the bread, and it's just like a compliment of turkey. And so I could eat the bread plain. It's so good.
Well, yeah, of course.
So I get
B-dubs.
What?
burritos,
What do you get at B-dubs?
I haven't been there since it opened, actually.
honey barbecue, boneless wings, and fries. Except the fries are usually cold.
That's true.
The wings are pretty good, but there's so much sauce on them. It just kills me.
Oh, I like this.
I should have gone to B-dubs.
I don't like a lot of sauce on anything.
I really like Applebee's wings.
I know. I got
Just 'cause
them
they're
last.
super crispy.
I got them last night, and they're so good. I got a. What is it called? It's the salad that's got like chicken strips in it, and it's like Asian dressing. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. But it's got like the most calories on. I don't know if it's the salad menu or the entire menu, but it's
Wow.
really unhealthy for you. But I ate it all.
Did you know that by the end of 2016, every restaurant in Iowa has to have the calories of everything on the menu listed,
Really?
like next to the item?
That would be nice.
I didn't know
That's a good
that.
idea.
Like Subway and McDonald's have already done it.
But
Yeah.
wrestling season is ending, so in a week and a half, that won't impact me at all. I will not care.
Yeah, I mean, I had thought about doing wrestling, and then I was like, I don't want to watch my weight. No.
Yeah, you guys like starve yourselves if you want to go down a weight.
Actually, this year has been pretty awesome just because, like, I lost my 10 pounds, which wasn't hard. Just because I was bulking for football, and so I just started eating normally, and I went back down to around 70. And so this year I didn't really have to lose much, and life was grand. So wrestling was actually pretty fun this year. All the other years it was kind of horrible. Federson stopped me in the hall, would have been like a month ago, but he was like, "Malcolm, how you doing? Got a wrestling meet today?" I'm like, "Yep." "Are you cutting much or kind of staying the same?" And I'm like, "I am losing it instead of cutting it this year." And he's like, "That's good."
What's the difference?
Because cutting, you know, you just kind of...
You're like actively like making yourself throw up.
Maybe not that. That's like bulimia. But
That's like extreme. But like you're actively like trying to like lose weight as fast as possible.
With cutting, the goal isn't so much to lose fat as much as it is just to like
lose the pounds,
magically get the weight off you. So you don't look any better. You actually look kind of crappy when you do it, but it's like if you sweat off 5 pounds in practice.
You can do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that. That's so cool.
It'd be like...
Probably not. That probably doesn't feel good.
But it's not like fat. So it'd be like if you're holding a glass of water in your
like
hand.
Water weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like if you're holding a glass of water in your hand.
And then you just set it down.
And then you set it down. But you lose that much weight. You lose that much water. And then if you're cutting insanely hard, then you wouldn't replenish that water. And so you're dehydrated and your mouth is
terrible.
Oh, it sucks.
I know that when I was at St. Ed's, at least, I don't know if like it's as big of a thing here, but like a ton of the wrestlers would always be like making themselves throw up before a meet so they could lose the weight.
Oh my gosh.
Like that was a normal occurrence.
Okay.
That's fun
Bye.
talk.